Hello, everyone. I am very pleased to introduce to you guys Sunit Jadhav, and I apologize if I mispronounced his name. He is an Indian bodybuilder. He's actually a former Mr. India. He placed third at the 2014 World Championships, and just by one look, I was very impressed with this man. And I have a huge following from India, so I like to show you guys that I care about you guys, and I'd like to show you one of your very impressive athletes. And I figured to myself, who better but Steve Laureus to compare these two, because Sunit appears to be a more leaner bodybuilder. I'm not sure exactly if he is classified as a classic physique division man, but throw him in the IFBB, and I'm telling you what, he would take some names and he would take some heads in the classic physique division. Of course, in this pose, this is probably one of Steve's best shots, his best pose. But you have to take all things into consideration before you go ahead and make your final decisions on this. It's actually very close in this. Steve is winning on the silhouette, the structure. He could pull off a victory had he been in much better condition. You notice Sunit, he is in just top plus condition, and look at those legs. So there is a couple of aspects that he is beating Steve in. Go to the next pose, and this is basically the same story, guys. It's not going to take much for Steve in the conditioning. If he got better condition, he could beat Sunit. But those legs and the conditioning, once again, what I mean by Steve probably winning this one, you can see his lats a whole lot better than that of Sunit's. But I just am drawn to Jadhav's physique. This is just fantastic. What an interesting physique. This is much different than we're used to. Much leaner. I can't imagine any more muscle on such a lean physique. I mean, any more than he'd be an open class bodybuilder, but I think he's right on the border. He's right in the pocket between classic physique and open class. So just a little leaner. I think he'd go to classic for sure. Side chest development, and look at this pose for Sunit. Just destroying poor Steve Laureus. You could definitely tell that Steve much better pose for the front double and even in the front lat than that of the side chest. Unfortunately, I couldn't find one of Sunit Jadhav for the side tricep. So at this time, let's look at the back developments. And can you imagine? Can you take a look at the back development, the back rear lat spread of Sunit? Can you imagine? I never had this guy on my channel before. This guy is incredible. I mean, yes, he's small. He's not very heavy at all. But look at the lower lat insertions. Look at the traps. And talk about conditioning. Look at the Christmas tree. And the glutes. This guy is not missing anything. Complete with calves. Oh, did I make him a little bit too tall here? Thought he was a little shorter than Steve. Oh, I see. He is going tippy-toe. Tippy-toe. Rear double bicep. Like I said, Sunit is not the biggest horse in the stable, but I'm here to tell you, he is probably the most detailed, the most conditioned. This kind of reminds me of a Flex Lewis rear double bicep. And you can take all the detail into consideration. Spread over a different type of a base, of course. Steve. Guys, if you're a Steve Laureus fan, please either go to another video or look up at their backs. Just do not look at his calves. Whatever you do, don't look. I said don't look. You looked, didn't you? They're little whiffles. Little whiffles. Poor Steve. Poor Steve. Unfortunately, there is no most muscular, so this is the last comparison pose. But this was more just to introduce you guys to this just incredible Indian athlete. Jadhav is Probably one of the best athletes to come out of India as far as bodybuilding is concerned. There's a few. But for a modern day, for a current athlete, I mean, let's get some fan support behind this guy. Bring him to the IFBB and get him to beat Chris Bumstead for the title. I was actually going to use Bumstead for this comparison, but first of all, he didn't have a rear lat spread. There's a couple other shots that just didn't jive, so the Steve Laureus was a little bit better comparison in my opinion. Not to mention Sunit Jadhav, in my opinion, was the superior man in this comparison. So it was a nice little debut for him on my channel. He is your winner, Sunit Jadhav, Indian superstar, awesome bodybuilder, just incredible, not missing anything, top plus condition. Hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Hit thumbs up if you did, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram as well. And remember, without you guys, this channel would not exist. So have a great day.